You don't know true frustration until you can't hold something down and it just keeps doing this.
Scuba diving, that's definitely on my bucket list. I'm attending the University of Alberta, where I study the perceptions and attitudes regarding people with disabilities. For example, in my own personal experience, I'm often called an inspiration.
The mental strength that he has, anyone could learn anything from him. To do what he does, I saw a clip of him video gaming, that's insane, you know?
It's a bit of a backhanded compliment, isn't it? Because it's like, why am I amazing for adapting to something that everyone has the propensity to adapt to, right? I'm not particularly amazing in that respect. I firmly believe every human has the capacity to adapt to whatever challenges they face, despite what they think.
I know he doesn't feel he's an inspiration, but he's an inspiration to everyone else except for himself.
Put the low pressure inflator, give it a tug. Got a pressure gauge.
Less than 1% of the population scuba dives, much less dives with sharks. My end goal is to dive with sharks because that sounds like something worthy of inspiration. So I went to the pool with my assistant Jeremiah to begin our certification classes.
For an able-bodied person, they reach up and they pinch their nose, exhale against pinched nostrils so they can equalize their ears as we're going down and their sinuses. With Daniel, he can't do that, so I have to do it for him, and we're using eye signals to communicate back and forth. I've never had to do it for someone, so it's a bit of a challenge to find easier ways for Daniel to clear his mask.
So the goal is to head to Florida and become the first quadruple amputee certified by Disabled Divers International.
Yes, yes.
I'm a pretty light packer, actually. The wetsuit and the foam will be the thing that takes up the most room, though.
No, we're not packed yet. I have this list that I've been working on for the last 2 weeks and adding to it on a daily basis, trying to make sure that I have everything he needs for this trip. I'm nervous. I am.
So I knew my mom would be concerned about the trip to Florida. We've never been apart before.
I'm worried. It's a mom's job to be worried, and it's one job I do really, really well. My son Daniel was just a normal little boy. Second day of grade 1, he started running at temperature. He ended up getting meningococcal septicemia. It totally blocked off his blood flow to his arms and legs, and he ended up getting all 4 limbs amputated in one surgery. His ability to adapt has totally impressed me. From feeding himself to, he doesn't let things stand in his way. He finds a way to do it.
So you can take all your stuff and out the white gate behind the glass wall.
You're my boy. We've never been apart. Every time he's been in the hospital, I stay in the hospital. You know, 7 months for the first time. You know, we've never been apart.
It took us 15 hours, but we finally made it to the Florida Keys.
Good afternoon, Key Dives. This is Mike. I can help you. About 3 years ago, we were the first company to certify someone that was a triple amputee. When we were presented this idea by Ken that we would be participating in certifying a quad amputee, being a diver for the last almost 30 years of my life, it was pretty hard to get my head around. Folks, welcome to Alligator Reef. This is the a ledge reef structure in the Alligator Reef Marine Sanctuary.
I may just take you underneath the boat a bit where it's a little shallower until you get comfortable. Take a look at some of the fish life. Once you're ready, we'll just go for a nice little swim.
I'm not able to get certified by PADI the way most people do it. Mark Slingo came all the way from Kenya to help certify me with DDI.
Disabled Divers International, or DDI, has been around for about 6 years now. What it has, it was a spin-off from other training organisations, which is trying to create a worldwide network of scuba diving centres and instructors who actually can work with disabled people and are aware of the different challenges facing disabled people.
We'll be checking your air on a regular basis, making sure that you're okay, making sure you're breathing nice and comfortable. And once you're ready, if you want to go up, just tell us, and we'll start coming up.
Scuba diving is not a wheelchair sport. If you're a diver, you're a diver. There's no you're a wheelchair diver. No, you're just a diver.
First dive, as we're going down, we're having a little issues with trying to get the mask to block off his nose so he could equalize.
So we were having issues with the mask, so we couldn't get below 10 feet, and the water was thrashing me around down there, which just made me even more nauseous. So by the time I got out of the water, my entire body was numb, and I ended up vomiting.
Don't pat my back, I'm not drunk.
It's just liquid.
We made history. A little bit of seasickness, but you know, I guess it was worth it. We're gonna try again tomorrow. A little bit, you know, something to compensate for the seasickness, and then you know, put a nose plug on to deal with the equalization issues, and then we should be set.
We had a great day today. We had Daniel's first open water dive. Way to go, first log dive. All right.
We did have thunder and lightning and very choppy last night. It is choppier than it was yesterday.
Well, this is hurricane season, so considering that there is a hurricane about, I don't know, 130 miles off the east coast of Florida right now, Category 3, yeah, we got lucky.
This is the shallowest mooring ball that we have is on this end. So we're going to get on this mooring ball right behind the lighthouse. We should be hanging in about 10, 12 foot of water. Yeah, right now we're putting a nose piece so he can be able to equalize his ears on the way down. He's got a full face mask, so equalizing the mask is not an issue. Breathing will do that. So we're going to put a nose piece on so he can hopefully equalize on the way down.
See how it's conflicting.
Yeah.
It's pushing it over.
Yeah, pushed it right off.
Which way do you want it?
Go from the bottom and then up.
This?
Yeah.
And we'll do one across the top too, just for safekeeping. Hell, he can just about equalize without anything now, maybe.
We'll see if it doesn't catch.
Perfect.
Perfect?
Yeah.
Good?
Yep.
Oh yeah, we got it.
You guys ready then? Okay. Keep looking up. All right. You got him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nicely done.
That was Ken saying, how you doing? All right? He likes it. Happy days.
Stereotyping is a necessary part of human cognition. When we're perceiving someone with disabilities, we need to be able to mitigate our biases. Look at me now. how disabled do I really look? People have a hard time thinking that I can be happy, and you know, that kind of leads to that overall negative perception of people with disabilities, because like, people don't know how to react around you. They assume that you're kind of bitter. I'm good. I have a good life. People just can't get past the fact that there's a little bit of, you know, roadblocks in between me and happiness.
An arm.
Oh, here we go. That was good.
Videographer.
Went awesome. Actually could look at things.
Oh, no, we found.
Wasn't worrying about equalizing the whole time.
Yeah.
Not nauseous either, so that went awesome. Dive went awesome, you know, I did the old boxer trick, taped up the nose. Then we finally had like a consistent, awesome way that we could, you know, get me to equalize properly, so equalization was not an issue. So I got to see a bunch of stuff down there, a barracuda, lobster, a ton of fish, a bunch of, you know, just very cool ecosystem. So yeah, it was mind-blowing.
He's certified.
Hey. Good job. Way to go, man.
Congratulations.
Yeah, now you gotta get a
certified
done on your ass.
Yeah, fair enough.
He motivates me in a lot of different ways. He doesn't like to be thought of as maybe a motivator, but he's going through university and that kind of stuff, and that's something I skipped out on a lot of. Seeing him get really good grades and that kind of stuff, it makes me feel good when he does things like they're his achievements, but because I'm at least helping him a little bit to achieve those, I feel real proud about it.
Congratulations, man. Do that.
I've done diving, which was pretty zen, and so we thought we would mix the two, the adrenaline and the diving, to you know, change things up a bit. So we're gonna go shark diving.
As long as we can control Daniel, so it's safe for him.
I think I've taken disabled divers out before myself as well.
Yes, I know he's in a cage, I understand that, but I just want to make sure he's safe. Would I snorkel with sharks on the surface when they're chumming? No, I would not do that.
I was feeling okay with it up until I saw the look on the divers' faces yesterday in the phone conference, where it kind of just went, like, yeah, they're not too impressed about having to swim outside the shark tank while chumming, so.
What we do is we run shark diving trips right here in Jupiter, Florida for all experience levels. Experienced people, kids, families, Navy SEALs, grandmas, you name it. I don't think I've had someone in Danny's situation before. We've had a few people that have some challenges physically, but nothing on Danny's level. So I'm pretty excited to get him on the water.
Yarmy Hardies, we're going scuba diving today on the great seas.
All right, guys, so here we are. This is a place called Deep Ledge. All right, it's a drop off. Goes from 100 to 120 feet. It's right up against the Gulf Stream. Is this my knot or your knot? So basically how this dive works is I'm gonna take a crate full of tunas. We're gonna drop it down about 20 feet, maybe even right on the surface. All the sharks are gonna come right up with that crate, and we're gonna be in the water swimming with them.
All right, over, lift it up. Stand by for you, buddy. All right. Let her go? Yep.
So the cage is gonna float right next to the boat, right on the surface. It's got a nice opening in the front. So Daniel's gonna be in there with his safety diver.
How does that feel?
Good.
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, rotate him under the bag. How's that?
You okay?
Yeah. Nice job, brother.
Woo!
The other side's the door.
I tried the cage, but it was awkward. I figured if the cameramen were in the open water, then I should be too. If they're risking life and limb, then I'm only risking my life.
Yeah, I'm jealous, but for a guy who's just done his certification just yesterday, he's seeing a shark that I've never seen in the open water, so that's really something after thousands of dives.
We must have been like four feet away from it for like 7 minutes, I'll say. Just doing like circles, and it was just circling us. And I was staring it right in its beady little hammerhead eyes. It was sick. I mean, we did set a lot of lofty, insane goals, but we managed to just check the boxes and do them one by one. I powered through some nausea, and we showed up, and then we got a hammerhead. Like, that was about the best case scenario, 100%.
I'm glad he's home. I'm so excited. You kept an eye on him. That's awesome.
It's the greatest experience I've ever had taking.
The thing a lot of people can take away from this is no matter how bad a situation gets, you can always adapt, and people really like to, underestimate themselves in that respect. And I'm just kind of this figure who shows them that they can adapt.
Especially that last dive with that hammerhead.
Yeah, I actually got a tattoo of that.
I've seen that. That is pretty cool.
The tattoo I got is a skydiving hammerhead, and he's kind of like wrapped in a tattered parachute, panicking. He's got a gold tooth. And I was like, that's kind of, what it's like being called an inspiration for me.
We made history with Daniel's dives.
Go out of your comfort zone.